Prosperity and abundance to everyone tuning in. I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. So it's been a minute since I've uploaded anything, but this was dropped into my spirit. So I wanted to make sure that I brought this video to you all. See, sometimes I overthink how I want to do a video and if I'm putting enough effort into it or whatever the case may be. So indecisive at times. And I feel like I'm back in a season where I'm like, okay, we need to get this out. This is on my spirit. It's on my spirit for a reason. And I want to be able to share that with all of you. First and foremost, if you're here, if you've been enjoying the videos and you want to continue to receive content, please share your comments below. Join the conversation, share, all the things. And let's continue to bring forth conversations that need to be had. I really wanted to talk just briefly about this today, and we will do a follow-up video. But I really wanted to talk about spiritual wickedness from a different angle. One of the things that I have been analyzing and seeing a lot of videos, not necessarily videos, but seeing a lot of real life situations, right? Highlighting spiritual psychosis. I want to talk about a situation that happened on, I think it was either a solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. I'm pretty sure it was the solar eclipse. And you guys have probably heard about the astrologer who unalived her partner, her daughter, herself, and injured the other daughter. And the spiritual psychosis was heavily a conversation. Even I was having the conversation on Threads. But initially, when I first saw that lady, and no disrespect to anyone, okay, what dropped into my spirit is that, and again, no offense to anyone, but what's dropped into my spirit is how some people go about this whole spiritual enlightenment, spiritual counselor, spiritual guru, whatever you want to call it. And it's one of my biggest awakenings upon my journey in the spiritual community. You got a lot of people and you have to be careful with them, right? And it happens in every sector. So when I'm even saying spiritual community, beloved, that includes all religions, all spiritual sectors. Spirituality is the all-encompassing, really. And you have people specifically, I want to talk about a certain sector of the spiritual community who they have a lot of information. They're intelligent. Some of them study. Some of them regurgitate the same spiritual rhetoric that floats around the internet or certain old beliefs, whatever the case may be. Some people are really good at spewing intelligence. Some people are really good at talking about healing, right? And intellectualizing the healing. And spirituality, a certain sector of spirituality has become very, very popular. If you don't know and you're new here, I used to read tarot. My page was full of tarot videos, viral tarot videos, heavy in the twin flame area, but just tarot in general. I no longer read tarot. And I stepped away from certain aspects of the spiritual community. I had another level of an awakening when I looked around at all the so-called love and light, the spiritual healers, and this is no shade, this is just truth, because even myself in the beginning of my journey, not having full understanding, has participated in certain aspects of just, overdoing certain things. But I want to talk about a certain spirit, because everybody is not meant for what is, and it's not shade, it's just the truth. Everybody's not meant for spiritual leadership. That's in every religion. That's in every sector of spirituality. It's just the truth. Everybody's not meant for spiritual leadership, right? And then you have certain people who are in spiritual leadership, but they're not going in the direction that you are going. Because when you talk about spirituality, spirituality does not mean good. It does not mean healing. It does not mean righteous. It doesn't mean any of those things. Because spirituality just is spirituality. It can be low vibrational, demonic, whatever. It can be high vibrational and God led by the Most High God, right? And when that lady dropped into my spirit, and I'm going to take it away from her, but I'm just saying, like, she triggered me to think about the fact that I need to speak up on this, and I probably have in the past, but it's so true because she reminds me of some people that I know where their heart is heavy. They've been through some things. They find this spiritual community and they're able to feel powerful, especially because this certain sector of the spiritual community, up until now is becoming more, popular and all of those things and is trendy. But back a few years back, it wasn't. It makes you unique. It makes people want to come and seek your guidance. People want to know things. They want to know about their love life. They want to know about their childhood. They get into all the things about wanting to know about past lives and all of these things. So if you present yourself as you have those answers, a lot of people begin to feel powerful. When you're getting clientele, when you're getting money, you're getting views, a lot of people take the power to their head. And like I said, some people are naturally tapped in and aligned with God, and that's where they're getting what they're giving from. And then you have other people who have intellectualized this process and mimicked it. Okay? And like I said, their heart is heavy. Rejection wounds, those abandonment wounds. Maybe they have problems with their mother, were rejected by their mother. Maybe they were adopted. So many different places trauma can come from. And trauma plays out different ways. But in this specific sector of people, they want to feel powerful. And a lot of times with women are really good at presenting themselves as charitable. I'm doing it because I care. I'm doing it because I nurture. I'm doing it because I'm divine feminine. But you have to be careful because there's a lot of manipulators using this stuff and not for great. These are people who get into spell work. They want to do spell work on people, or they'll sell you services. Oh, if you have somebody who's harming you, I can do spell work on them. Or if you have a lover, I can do spell work so they can be, put you guys together because you guys are twin flames, whatever. Nobody has the right to violate the free will of anybody else. If anybody's after you, you need protection. You go into your prayer, your fasting, whatever it is that you need to do for your protection. But you don't have to spew anything on that other person. Just your protection alone and repelling them, they will get what's coming to them. And I know people don't want to hear this. They'll say, oh, our ancestors did this, our ancestors did that. Our ancestors did, and not specifically your ancestors maybe, but just in general, our ancestors did things that were good, and they did things that were trial and error. They were also learning on their journey, okay? And not everything your ancestors did you would want to repeat, because you have good ancestors, everybody does, and you have bad ancestors. And I'm just going to put that out there. I am not religious as I'm speaking this, because a lot of people say, oh, she's Christian, and she's just, no. I'm just speaking what needs to be spoken. And so when you have a certain spirit like that, as what I receive, I don't know the fullness of her, but it could be what took over her, what was working through her. People like that who think that they have all of that power. Now, the things you may do will be effective. Oh, yes. Working with the elements are very effective, right? And a lot of people say, oh, it's your intention. When you really, your heart and soul is in the right place, you're not worried about the next person. You're not doing readings on your sister. You're not asking for spell work on your, my sister stole my destiny, I need you to restore it. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to know what the power has been bestowed upon you, within you, that God gave you that power, to where so anything that comes up and rises up against you, you have the ability to defend yourself. You will go through things as everyone does. Because even with people who do that type of spell work, who want to throw people in jars, they want to do this and do that. And it's not always because somebody was harming them. Sometimes it's just jealousy. Sometimes it's just competition. Sometimes it's just control. I'm getting this amount of clientele, I want to keep it up. Right? When you naturally have the right intention, you will be guided. You will, like I said, I've been in so many different spaces, and it was to see them. When I think about even when I used to read tarot, I don't even think I've ever had anybody come to me and tell me or ask me for a spell, to do a spell on somebody else. I've had people come to me about readings for their lover or boyfriend or somebody they liked. But even with that, I no longer agreed with that anymore. Because I'm like, you have the ability to talk to that person. If they want to talk to you, they're going to talk to you. I don't feel comfortable violating anybody's free will. And I dealt with those spirits, especially these spiritual women. I'm a spiritual woman, so I'm not throwing shade. It just is what it is. People come into this thing for the wrong reasons. They go and they take things and they want to feel powerful. They want to feel seen. They want to feel special. And this is where spiritual psychosis creeps in, right? You want to feel special, so you're doing all of these things because you want to feel like you have this knowing that no one else has, and you have already been imparted with the gifts that God has given you. And when I say God, I'm not painting any picture of you for what God is, or I'm not painting any picture. I'm just saying God, because if you can feel it and you can resonate, you're going to feel it and you're going to resonate. It's important to know that not everybody is going upon a path of healing, of love, of this true love and light that everybody wants to portray. Good vibes. I only want good energy. It's all trendy talk. It's all trendy talk. And spiritual manipulation is at an all-time high. Know who you're dealing with. Do not follow trends. Don't follow trends. Have a relationship with God. Have that relationship. See what you are guided to do. See where you are being led to heal. See where you are being led to see certain things so that you can make a change, or so that you can be influenced to change. Whatever it may be, none of us are perfect, right? But playing games spiritually is going to get a lot of people harmed. In the last month or so, it's like I see so many cases of spiritual psychosis or spiritual. You just see that a person has lost it. And me being able to discern, because they'll try to say, oh, it's astrology, God told you those things were demonic. But I've seen people who are Christian. I've seen people, no offense to anybody, people who are Muslim. I've seen them, murder children in the name of their religion, or this child was demonic. I've seen a story about that recently, where the lady thought her child was demonic. So you need to be careful. A sound mind is nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. Times are rough. Things are getting rough out here. And I think everyone, even people who aren't normally aware, can see something has shifted. Be careful. It's not about fear mongering. It's about discernment and integrity that you need to have behind closed doors. Do not covet the life of other people. Spiritual paranoia, do not allow it to lead you in spaces to do things to other people when you have no sound proof that anything was done to you. And if it's coming from a space of jealousy, envy, hurt, pain, reroute it. Get to the center of it. Use it to be powerful within your own self. But I promise you, we do not have the authorization to take away the free will from other people. There's other ways to go about it. Spirituality is not a game in any sense of the word, no matter how you identify. And no matter how you identify, these spirits will be there. Those spirits who come to manipulate, who want power for themselves, who are misled or guided by pain, they're everywhere. High and low, rich, poor, Muslim, Christian, spiritual guru, whatever. It's everywhere. Average person, white, black, Asian, whatever, they are everywhere. And you're going to have to discern the fruits. And the only way you can really discern is when you see that your own ugliness within yourself, and then you're able to pinpoint it. When you see or you're able to study your own patterns, when you're able to see the patterns that have revolved around your own life, when you're able to sit with God, that's how you're going to know. So I'm going to wrap that up. I said it was going to be short. It wasn't short. It doesn't matter. Like I said, join the conversation. Please let me know what is on your heart and your spirit. I know that there are some people here who that same thing has been on your mind for a while. Use your voice. We do not have enough people in the right spaces. So many people think, so many people are already doing this, but are they doing it with the heart and spirit that God is sending you with? You need to speak up. Be a part of the right aspects of what is going on, because there's so many people that are falling into what is not right. There's so many superficial people, because that is what is primarily taught. And people are fighting, but it's hard. The fight is hard. It's long. You may get weary along the way, and it's understandable. Like I said, none of us is perfect, but we have choices. So with that being said, I am Mrs.Melanin Reigns. It is an honor and a pleasure to be able to speak with you all. Thank you so much to the new subscribers. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope that you will feel comfortable enough to comment and share. And I know I had some video requests. I will get to them soon, and I will try to stay as consistent as I can be as I travel through this time in my life. But thank you all for listening, and I'll be back soon.